Hey James,
What?
did you open the closet and then not close the closet and
No.
ruin my display?
No.
Because it kind of feels like you opened the closet that I had closed and did not close the closet so that you could get your gremlin poncho. Okay, Snape. I'm here.
Being childish over here.
What did you do? What did you do to it?
Loofed.
Don't move my hair.
Don't be sassy with me.
It's a very important stream, guys. It's a stream before the tier list, where we have to relive all the trash that we watched. I can't think of
We
a
have a lot more good ones this time than bad ones.
really, because I was
Yeah.
like, I can't think of a single movie that we've watched that I'd put in S tier this time around.
Yeah, but I can't think of a single movie that I'd put in Cat's tier or as low as Flintstones or like we went for a lot more mid to
It was
good movies.
I think that was the hard thing this year. Is it was just a lot of eh. A lot of would you watch it again? No. Was it awful?
No.
No.
This season of CityWave Cinema is very much the season of mid.
Yeah.
Everything is mediocre.
Can't decide if I want to be taller than you or shorter than you. Yeah.
What? What?
Eh.
Drink of the moonshine. Shine of the
It's
moon.
very sour.
Which one is it?
Watermelon. I just thought it was like watermelon. I didn't know it was sour. Oh my god.
Oh no. Takes a sip of lemonade. Why is it so citrusy? Ah. It's some orange juice. Oh, breakfast. Oh.
You know what? I wish more lemonades were sour and not sweet.
Takes a drink of milk. Creamy. Oh.
Hey, this one is strawberries and cream, and I at least
Are you going to
know.
be surprised when you take a drink and it tastes like strawberries and cream and liquor?
No.
All right. Here we go. See, this is reading comprehension. The kids don't know how to do it, but you do.
I just looked at the picture. You had a watermelon. So I knew.
But you didn't read. See, that's what would happen with the kids. They'd review bomb that and be like, "What's what it was advertised?" And they'd be like, "Well, did you read it?" And the kids would be like, "Fucking reading? Buh. No. Oh how?"
All those people that went and saw Mark's movie without knowing anything about Iron Lung and then walked out.
That's real hard to buy a ticket to a movie that you're like, "Ooh, an indie horror movie," and then it's the slowest burn of all time. And if you don't know things about it, it's like meaningless and there's no stakes. And then you watch it and you're like, 2 hours in, you're like, boy, this burn really is slow, isn't it?
I need to watch it again because I've learned more about it. And so I need to like I there's more things in it that I didn't realize were in it, and so now I need to watch it.
Well, I don't know if it's still in theaters, so we'll have to figure out.
He got
He got an extension.
he got an extension, but that was last weekend.
Yep, I don't know if it's going to carry through to this weekend or not, but
He's gonna put it out as many places as he can when he can. But
I highly recommend seeing it in theaters.
yeah, if you can still go see it in theaters, see it in theaters.
Did you see that apparently there was issues with the sound mix?
Oh really? The
Yeah.
one that the James had an old moment.
There were some theaters that got the sound mix wrong, and there was like no sound to the like really low end. Like they just cut all the hertz from the low end for some reason.
Oh, Mark would be pissed.
And then there were some theaters where it was just overtuned, and I wonder if the one we went to was one that was overtuned.
Yeah, it was just a short little blip. Not that he needs more. He made $32 million.
He spent $3 million on it, and he made 1,000% profit.
And he spent too.
Yeah,
that was his money.
He spent $3 million of his dollars, and made a movie over 4 years, and it made him $30 million.
3 years, just 3.
Just 3?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's going to be able to pay his everybody hefty bonuses and still walk away with something akin to like 500% profit.
I know, and what he was really...
And then he's going to go make another fucking movie, I'm sure of it.
What makes him so great is like it wasn't first like, look at all my profits. He was like, I could pay my staff more money. They deserve it. Like, not even joking, sobbing. Yeah, if you're not seeing it in theaters, it was it sold out like
so fast,
really quickly, and B, it was only in there for 2 weekends. So you're gonna have to wait till it comes out wherever he's gonna put it out.
Not even we know, and we're fans.
He doesn't even know. I think that's the big issue.
He knows, and he has the distribution rights.
Yeah, the big issue is like everyone's begging him not to just like sign it over to some streaming service.
No.
Like,
if anything, he should put it on YouTube. On his channel.
If he does, he should put it like under like a... I don't know. I don't know what he'll do. We have not been live for 10 minutes. Well, we have been live, but we have not been live. Sorry, the YouTube interface is different every time I come here, so. Alright. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
We've talked a lot about this movie before.
Moana?
Yeah, before we've even recorded.
Yeah.
So. Alright.
We can't go hard yet.
I mean, I can wait, but we normally wait 5 minutes, and it's been 5 minutes.
I'm prepared.
Well, actually, no, because we normally... Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm right.
We did
I'm right.
5 minutes of shooting the shit.
Yeah. Are you gonna, like, come fully into frame, or are you just gonna be a weird corner gremlin? Here, I mean, I can give you more space, I guess, if you want. There you go. Now you look like Mark. Alright. Do you have notes? Oh, you've already got them. Look at that. Look at those notes.
I have 40 notes.
Alright. 3, 2... Hi, this is CityWavesCinema. I'm America. That's James. We watched Moana 2, and I'm never gonna not have an intro ever again because James has made me feel self-conscious in case you haven't been paying attention for like the last 10 episodes.
I cannot have fun anymore. No fun to be had by James. No fun.
Well, no, it's about to be the 200th episode. You get like the exact opposite of fun for James.
Oh.
So far,
I'm gonna do my best Hank Hill impression for the whole time.
I didn't tell you this, but it's up to a 50-50 tie.
Between?
Glee.
Ugh.
Or 50 Shades Darker.
Ugh. Oh. They gotta stop making movies where all they do is fuck each other and be sad.
That was really good. Your Hank Hill's getting really good. We did watch a lot of King of the Hill recently.
That billionaire ain't right.
I don't think Christian Grey's a billionaire. I think he's just a millionaire.
That millionaire ain't right. Boomhauer.
All right, so we gonna talk about it, or you just gonna keep doing? We watched Moana 2. Yeah. I had seen Moana 2 previously because at one point, when my child was still real little, he got sick, and I needed something to fill the time while he was
dying,
laying on me. So
yes.
I watched Moana 2, and then you watched it
for this show, for right now,
and I watched
this moment.
I watched it again with you.
Yes. Now, sometimes when you're the company that owns everything, you feel the need, almost compulsively, like you're an addict to money, to double down on successful properties. Such things like not letting Toy Story die.
Oh my God, let Toy Story die.
Or not letting Monsters, Inc. die, although people seem to like Monsters University.
Monsters University was good. That was a prequel. That was different.
And now we've gone.
Frozen. We can let Frozen die.
Yeah, but we're not gonna.
No, we're getting a
'Cause
third one.
movies
We're getting
make
another.
money. And this is one of those moments. Now, Moana 1, or as it's known in the business, Moana, was a extremely successful, well put together animated adventure highlighting the folklore and
Culture.
traditions
Culture.
of various Pacific Islander tribes, which is cool as shit because we don't ever fucking see anything about that ever. Everything else is behind Apple TV's paywall. Jason Momoa.
I learned a lot actually from watching Moana.
So that was cool. Great movie, made a lot of money.
Had Lin-Manuel Miranda do the soundtrack.
Now, this is an important fact because in case you've lived under a rock or in the Midwest or
in a cult,
you might not know that Lin-Manuel Miranda is more than a poor historian. He is, in fact, an extraordinarily talented musical writer. And so when he was done killing himself slowly to make Hamilton, he helped Disney make Moana. And he wrote all the songs, and they were great, and they were stuck in everyone's brains until Frozen 2 came out, and then everyone was like, ha, never heard of you.
Is that really the order of events? Did Moana come out before Frozen 2?
Probably.
You just saying things without having the facts?
Well, as I've found out in editing some other people's shows, you can just do that, and it doesn't matter. So...
Not me fact-checking you.
Please fact-check me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
You are not wrong. Moana,
instinct served me well.
Moana was 2016. Frozen 2 was 2019, which I should have remembered because we watched it during the pandemic.
Now, for Moana 2, for whatever reason, I'm not going to speak to it because I don't know what the reason is. Maybe budget cuts. They did not have Lin-Manuel Miranda write the musics. Instead, we were treated to Mark Mancina's music talents. Now, very important note, there is nothing inherently wrong with any of the songs in this movie. It is a musical. There is nothing inherently wrong with any of the songs. Some of them are almost catchy. But it is a notable downgrade to go from the level we were at in Moana 1 to the musical numbers in Moana 2. Yes, Mary.
Do you think that Lin may have originally not signed on because of what the project was originally supposed to be?
Could be,
like, that's a big time commitment if it was going to be in its original form.
Could be.
I'm
Maybe.
alluding to it because I didn't want to open that conversation.
I don't know for sure. But the problem America's referring to is in its infancy, Moana 2 was intended to be a multi-episode television experience. Still, to my understanding, featuring Dwayne Johnson and...
No, don't look at me.
Ms. Cravalho.
I do not want to butcher it.
Listen, I will step to all kinds of Norse names and gamble on pronouncing those. You never in a million years catch me trying Pacific Islander pronunciations. Impossible.
If I had to guess, Ali'i?
Ali'i?
Yeah, because
potentially.
Yeah, but I'm
going to say Miss Cravalho because that's her last name. So
you're gambling. You're saying that correctly.
Yeah, but that one has all the letters in the correct space and no apostrophes. A many-episode television series would have served this movie and its characters and its plot points, I think, um, way, way better.
I would agree. I think the thing that I have is they planned it as a TV series and it shows. That would be like my whole summary of this movie is it was supposed to be a TV series and it shows that it was supposed to be a TV series.
Now, we'll get into the weeds of like where that TV series really like pokes its head through as we work through the plot of the movie. Um, but just out the gate, there's a frame rate problem.
Yeah, guys, it finally happened. James had an issue with animation and it wasn't me. James's eyes were upset by the animation and it wasn't me.
There were too many frames per second, which is a problem that like only the fucking nerdiest of nerds have. Uh it I hesitate to say it was like too smooth, but there were lots of moments, especially in the first half of the movie, where it was just too smooth. There wasn't enough space in the animation. Now, that's just what my eyes told me. I'm sure it was filmed in one of the many like standard, or it was animated in one of the many standard frames per second numbers. But I don't know, something about it. It was just like it was too buttery. It was too slick. I didn't like it. And then towards the halfway point of the movie, it sort of like stopped being that way, and I was able to like put it out of my brain, I guess.
Did it stop being that way, or did your brain finally just become accustomed to what you were seeing?
I'm not sure. It could be one or the other.
Because that happened to me with
I wonder if because the back half of the movie is when all the stuff happens, if there was enough visual garbage on screen to distract from the frames.
yeah, there's a few movies where like it bothered me at the beginning, like Puss in Boots or K-pop Demon Hunters, where eventually though, like about halfway through the movie, my brain just accepted that this is what we were watching and like just kind of ignored it. Doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. If you get invested in the sauce of everything.
Okay. Let's tiptoe our little piggy toes into the movie. Oh, I apologize. Brief. No. We're going to get licensed. Tiny Tim's dead, but we can't. We're not doing it. Brief history. In the previous movie, Moana, upstart teenager, goes on an adventure, meets demigod, saves the world from pure, unadulterated destruction by getting an island to calm down. Okay?
It's so.
No, that's what it is.
It's so like.
They jammed her heart back in her chest and she calmed down.
It's so belittling when you say it like that, though.
Yeah, but that's what makes it funny. The movie's good. It's a very good movie.
I am Moana.
Now imagine if we had a cool musical number like that in this movie.
She sings that exact same line in like the second song, which I was so annoyed about. I was like, why?
Ooh, we copy pasted. Oops. So
Disney's infamous for that.
Let's just remember that the stakes of the first movie were we save the whole world or we all die. Okay? Okay, keep that up here, all right? Keep that up in your noggin. Now, 3 years have passed. Moana is a slightly more aged young adult version of herself. And she goes off by herself once again to fuck around and find people.
She's looking for islands that have other people on them.
She will be tricked by the pig named Pua, who has trauma, and the chicken Hey Hey, who is somehow still alive, uh, into being convinced that people are on this island, only to realize she's accidentally her way into discovering a little piece of broken pottery with an etching in it of an island with lots of little stick figures at the base of it and a constellation of stars above it. Okay, important. This proves a hypothesis that there are people out and about on these islands. Maybe she didn't find them here, but they exist, right? Right. So she heads back home
Montanui.
to Motunui. Not Montanui, Motunui.
You are right. Yes.
Yes. So she gets home and we have just a host of interactions that feel mildly disjointed and introductions to characters that feel extraordinarily rushed. We meet Moana's baby sister, who is probably 3 years old.
3, 2.5, something
Somewhere
like
in
that.
there, but she can speak in full sentences and has like vocabulary and shit. So I'm gonna say 3.
I was speaking in full sentences at like 1.
Well, aren't you special?
I'm just saying it's possible.
Anyway, the tribe, having fully flipped their perspective on things like adventure and boat trips, elect to elect Moana their new Tautai, or Wayfinder, Master Wayfinder, as it were, to be their first Wayfinder in 1,000 years. And so she's like, yes, of course. And then we have a weird dance battle, which is uncomfortable. Did not like. Could have cut it. What did it serve? Fuck all.
It served as a callback to the first movie where that kid danced weird.
Hey, here's the thing. We call back to the first movie like a dozen more times. Didn't need that one. I didn't like that at all. I didn't think that was fun. I thought that was uncomfortable. I'm picky, but I
Is
didn't
it
think it
because
needed
the
that.
little boy winked at her?
No, it's because the little boy like really sexualized that dance. Moana didn't. She didn't lean into it at all, but he was giving fuck me eyes to anybody who was looking.
I mean, he did when he was younger in the first movie too.
Maybe I've blocked that out of my memory,
Yeah.
but I probably don't like that either.
I'm gonna make you watch it later.
I'm gonna drown the child. So where are my notes? Oh yes, there's too many frames. Oh yeah, the first song in the movie is all about going back home to the home island, which I felt personally undid all the character work that she did to get away from the home island in the first movie.
You talked about this, and I would like to argue on this point with you.
I'm willing to give that one up because of the way the rest of the movie played out, and the way her priorities shifted.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is she realized what's important.
But we have the song before we're alerted to the fact that her priorities have shifted.
I think this.
So it's sort of like
No, because at the
hitting
end,
a speed bump at 100 miles an hour.
but at the end of the first movie, she goes back home and she realizes what's important is like her family and her island and her people. At the end of the first movie. So like we knew going into this that she had grown to love her people and her island. Sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder. Anyways, Moana gets electrocuted.
Well, first we have to learn about Tau Taivasa.
That's when she gets electrocuted.
But the rest of the clan knows about Tau Taivasa.
Oh yeah, because she takes her baby sister to the cave and talks about him.
Now, here's the thing. We get into this movie and are info dumped a fuckload of lore about the people of Motunui and what they do and do not know. And that's like super confusing because in the first movie, the people of Motunui really existed to be like, no, don't go, stay, no, ah.
And they hadn't been traveling for like decades.
Yes. Bordering centuries.
Yeah, like
They haven't had
generations
they
have
haven't
passed.
had a wayfinder in 1,000 years. Tau Vasa is 1,000 years.
This
old.
is my big problem with this movie is how
do we know everything?
How do they know all this stuff? Because that, in theory, other than the boats that Moana goes and finds and her weird vision she has in the cave, she literally screams out, "We were voyagers," in that cave. That's all the information that we know that they have.
Yeah. So we go from the first movie where the tribe doesn't even hint at knowing anything about voyaging or wayfinding or anything like that. They don't even refer to it as like an ancient tradition that they don't do anymore. They're just like, scary, no.
We don't go in the water, we stay here. The island has all we need.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's all they talk about. And then there's a 3-year gap, and now we're in the new movie, and they're like, guess what? We know everything about all of our ancestors who ever traveled anywhere ever. We have their diaries, and the fucking Moni, the guy who does all the fanfic art, he knows infinite numbers of things.
But there's not it should be
he knows everything the plot needs him to know at any point in time.
It should be emphasized that this is not a time in culture where there's like written language. There's not like
I know, because he keeps making prints.
Yeah, there's not like a written catalog of events. What we have are cave drawings, quite literally, and tarps. And even the oldest person in the village at the time was Moana's grandmother. She has passed, and even she didn't really know much of the history because she didn't have enough information to tell Moana all the things she needed to know about Tafiti and Taka and all those things.
So we have this wealth of information and we don't know where it came from, and Moni has all the knowledge in the world about everything. It's very much we're going to write a new story in this universe, and we're starting from scratch instead of starting from what we knew at the end of the last movie. It's not bullshitting new shit. It's starting over when you already had a jumping off point. It's like jumping into the deep end of the pool from the side of the pool when there was a perfectly good diving board that could have helped you do it better right there.
I also think too, this is one of those things that makes it feel like, I'm going to show my age here, but for those of you that remember, those direct-to-video movies, those sequels that Disney used to do for like Aladdin and The Little Mermaid and The Lion King, those movies, that it gives this movie that feel because it's just like, it's very fast-paced, not a lot is explained, and it fucks with the lore from the first one, like, and no one cares.
Now, some shit's gonna happen. We'll do a little ceremony where we elect Moana to be Tautai.
And then Moana gets electrocuted.
And then a pink lightning strike.
Purple. It's purple.
From the sky. Obliterates Moana.
And she does not die.
She does have a dream. And in this dream, she is approached by Tautai Vasa, who knows her name, which is weird.
Very Avatar. It's giving
and Tautai Vasa will also share some lore that no one knows until Moni knows it later because he needs to know it later. that there's a big meanie god named Nalo, and he sunk the island where everybody hung out all the time, and now no one knows where anyone is. And so Tautai Vasa throws a little comet up into the sky, and he says, "Follow the fire, you'll find the island." And so Moana goes, um, "Okay."
I have a lot of questions, and then
And
just
Tautai Vasa says, "Peace," and fades into the bushes. So Moana wakes up somehow, and
he also warns her that, like, did you say that everyone's going to die if she doesn't find the island?
no, no. He basically shows her that
Just her island, though. Like, her people will
her
go
people
extinct.
will go extinct if she doesn't find a way off, which really pokes some holes in the island has all we need, Dad. Fuck off. Clearly not.
Maybe, but okay, they don't know big concepts like inbreeding. That Vasa might be like, hey,
Hey, by the way, if you all only fuck your sisters and brothers and cousins, things get real fucky down the line.
so maybe that's what he was trying to do. Because that, like,
Could be, but they don't specify because this is a Disney movie. Now,
I've watched a lot of Fallout. I know things.
the horrors. So Moana puts together a crew because this is a voyage that she can't do by herself.
Because the other one was so much easier that she did by herself.
You know, convincing an island god to calm down.
And going and finding a demigod when you don't know how to sail.
Way easier to solo than this. So Moana puts together a crew. Here's who we've got. All right. Now, all of these people are characters who could have been so fucking cool if we had 6 more hours of content to give a shit about them.
They all start with really good premises. Sorry. Continue.
We've got Loto, the most annoying woman alive.
Super smart.
We've got Moni, the biggest dork alive.
I got nothing about him, but Loto's like an engineering master.
Moni makes really great art.
And he's like kind of in love with Maui.
Of him and Maui. We don't see the not safe for work varieties. And
they exist.
The angriest, cantankerous old man named Kele, who, by the way, is not named in the movie. He is referred to as the farmer for the rest of the movie. By everyone. By Maui, by Moana, by Loto, by everyone.
He also did not want to go.
No, he didn't want to go. But this ain't a democracy, bitch. Get in the fucking boat. And of course, we bring Pua and Heihei because we need comic relief.
And we also need to sell merchandise of cute plushies and anime friends. Uh-oh. Please hold, everybody.
It's fine.
Okay.
So, we set off to follow the comet. Oh, but I'm sorry, I did not mention. We're looking for an island called Motufetu. So that we head off and we rip off a Lin-Manuel Miranda song, and all is sort of going great. Now, we've got a side plot occurring in which Maui has vague and questionable business, i.e. violence, to deal with Nalo.
This will not be explained.
Or delved into at all. And he gets himself trapped by a mysterious woman in a cave that infrequently snots on him.
And is filled with tiny creatures who eat the snot.
Who he does have a semblance of control over, in that he can convince them to try to help him. But they are slugs and are poor at things.
That's really all the information you're going to get.
I wish I was giving you a bad, vague understanding of what happens. That is like one for one everything that goes on. So so Maui's got himself stuck. Uh, he also has a lot of monologuing where he talks to his tattoo about not wanting to contact Moana to help him with his business, because he doesn't want to put her in danger, which I thought was a nice touch because it shows that his character growth actually did continue, whereupon he you know grew as a person. So the you know the crew sets off and they're just sort of rolling around. Oh, by the way, Moana has like secret ocean powers where she can basically like the ocean just does her bidding.
Well, and the ocean chose her. Do you not remember the whole first movie where the ocean chose her and she did just do stuff for her?
But we already made Percy Jackson. Okay? Like it's also one of those things where you're like, "Oh, we've accidentally super mega overtuned this character to the point where will never have an issue with any uh problem presented to them because Moana can control the ocean. And by control, I mean she can ask it for favors and it will always do her bidding. So any problem that she could encounter upon the ocean is rendered entirely useless because she can control the ocean. So what do? They have to write themselves into a corner where they have to place her outside the bounds of controlling the ocean, which we'll get to later. Now, they sail about and nothing happens. And then
they sing a song and people learn to like actually learn how to wayfind.
They do a team building exercise.
They do.
They do a corporate team building exercise sponsored by Moana
and the ocean.
And the ocean. And it's terrible.
They learn how to wayfind, James.
Yeah, and then as soon as one minor thing happens, Moana's like, everyone's in the cargo hold. She's like, I'm doing this by myself, fuck you. And they're all like, yeah, okay, bye. God, this movie's stupid, dude. The more I dig into it, the more I'm like, every decision they made was wrong.
Remember when you were kind of like, yeah, it's an okay movie? Like,
well, it's an issue of like, at every crossroads they go through, they make a choice, and without fail, it's the wrong one. Without fail. Like, oh, should we add a crew? Yes. Why? Okay, we've added the crew. Are we going to talk about them at all? No. Why? Oh, because we got knocked down from a 10-episode show to a 2.5-hour feature film. Okay, so we don't have the screen time to talk about them. That's fine. I'm sure people will like them if they're wacky. Let's make them wacky. Let's make the old guy real cantankerous. He hates everything, and that's his character arc. And what's Moni's character arc? Well, he might be a little horny for Moana, but what's he really horny for? Demigod.
Specifically Maui.
And what's Lodo's deal? She seems really smart. Have you ever met the most annoying human alive who also is really smart? You know Sheldon Cooper? What if he was a woman?
And had ADHD.
Also fast.
So fast.
And didn't have problems with things like texture or outside.
So Sheldon, if he didn't have autism and had ADHD.
Sheldon with weaponized autism and ADHD. Imagine you could control it. Lodo. We're going to dig into anything about what makes her clock tick? No.
She builds boats.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Parasailing.
She builds boats. Old guy farms. And Moni draws art. The end.
Right. So. Now we run into the Kakamora.
Because
we are out of ideas. And thinking of new ones is hard and difficult, and I don't want to.
And everyone loved the cute coconuts from the first movie, James.
Listen, I loved the cute coconuts from the first movie, and I love them in this movie too. But like, did we need them?
I mean,
Could we have done another thing?
They are folklore specific to that culture, but I feel like
Was the giant crab who was shiny in the last movie also?
Mhm.
We could have done another bit with him instead of an end credit sequence, but c'est la vie.
I mean, we came up with other gods to
Did we
engage with.
But did we?
So we could have had
Did we?
other folklore from Polynesian culture and Pacific Island culture, and not that I am speaking out of my ass and know nothing about, but
the writers said, what if Thanos fucked Thor and made a Pacific Islander, and boom, Nalo.
what?
Yeah. So we run into
No. What? You said so many words and none of them made sense.
Oh, you don't know about Thanos. Oh, okay.
I do know about Thanos.
Do you know about Thor?
Yes.
Okay, so imagine we have a brain baby of Thanos and Thor. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he was a Pacific Islander.
Yep.
And he was mad for no reason.
Okay.
Nalo.
Why is it Why is it Thanos and Thor specifically?
Well, because Thor does storms, in case you forgot about that, and also does lightning.
Yep, I'm aware.
I know you know some things.
Yep.
And Thanos is an asshole for no reason.
I got the Thor portion. I was really looking for where you were bringing Thanos into this, because, like...
He also villain monologues like Thanos. For the 4.5 seconds of screen time that we have with him.
Okay.
So, the Kakamura. We run into our little coconut assholes. Do a little what's the fucking game? It's like telestrations.
Charades?
Yeah, but it's not charades because they're not acting. Yeah, it's Pictionary.
Okay.
We do a little bit of Pictionary. Because the Kakamura are gonna kill him. There's a chair. And then they see the pottery and the
picture on the
picture
pottery.
on the pottery, and they're like, holy shit, we know where that is.
We are also trying to get there for reasons.
Through the power of the script, it is communicated between the Kakamura and the gang that they need to get past this giant clam, which is also a whirlpool.
If you're confused,
don't worry.
It won't be explained, and watching the movie will not help you.
In a rare instance, I am literally painting the picture one for one right now. Instead of briefly summarizing through quips and witty banter.
No, this is exactly
what happens. So it's communicated that they need to get past the clam to get to the island, and from there, the Kakamura will be able to find their way home. Right? Sure. Apparently, they've been adrift and just trying to go home the whole time. Something Moana empathizes with. So then the gang are released from their neurotoxin prison, and Lodo does some brief science guessing to figure out that the giant clam can be put to sleep with the big slug snot, because that's what the Kakamura use for their tranquilizers. They have a big slug on their boat and they steal its snot. But if the slug slimes its way over you, it's an anti-tranquilizer. So...
You following?
So they slime the gang, and then one Kakamura goes with them.
Named Kotu.
It's unclear how we know his name. As, in case you had forgotten, the Kakamura do not speak. They click and tap their shells. So his name is Kotu, right?
Yep.
Okay. So they take their little canoe and work their way into the big clam. And through some hijinks, Oopsie accidentally don't tranquilize the clam and then fall. And then Kotu has to do it by himself. And then they fall into an abyss that's inside the clam.
That just so happens to be
falling asleep. We're not there yet. Moana gets separated from the gang.
But the lair is inside the clam.
Yeah, but we're not there yet.
Are we gonna be there? Because you just took a big gap and pause.
I gotta squeeze them in other places because you won't let me have them in the beginning.
Oh my god.
In the belly chasm of the clam, Kele, the old farmer, gets mad that they're trapped there now and sees what he thinks is a coconut and throws something at it. This is, in fact, the eye stalk of a fart monster who sneezes acid.
It should also be pointed out that this TV show / movie was clearly made for a younger audience instead of making it for an older audience that would have grown up with Moana, because everything is really
DreamWorksy.
Yeah.
So
Fart monster.
Kotu saves them from the fart monster. Moana is lost and runs into the mystery lady who was holding Maui hostage. You remember when I was talking about that like 15 minutes ago? Her name is Matangi. She's a bat witch person
With motives.
that are unclear and confusing.
And will not be explained.
She has pet bats who will bite, as she informs us, the audience. She learns that Matangi is also trapped here by Nalo, and Nalo cursed the island.
Remember?
That's what we're doing. So Matangi secretly helps Moana reunite with the crew and lets Maui go, and then lets Moana get to the portal that she knows how to open through some sort of witchcraft. Moana, let me tell you exactly what happens. Moana is in a big pink smoke sphere. She waves her paddle around, clears some of the smoke away, and reveals a face on the ground. She says some words in her native dialect, stomps on the ground, and the portal opens. And the portal takes them, the gang, their canoe, and Maui to a dark ocean where Moana isn't friends with the ocean and is like a regular person now. Yes?
You didn't explain how Maui came back.
Maui was just also there. So they stumble upon an island real quick so that Maui and Moana can like cheer each other up. Because Moana feels like a failure somehow. This is they have a. I apologize. Before they get stuck there, we'll talk about what happens there in the the ending of the movie in the next episode. But like in this dark ocean, Moana's not friends with the ocean, and then monsters attack. Maui fights off like one or two, and then they're wrecked on the island. And that's where we'll leave off. Are you confused? Does it feel like there's a lot going on? Does it feel like maybe there's too much happening? Does it feel like perhaps if we did this in 45 to 55-minute chunks over, say, 10 of them, maybe even 13, things would be a little more
Digestible.
rich, pleasant. You could do like 1 to 2 songs an episode. Now, how nice would that be? More money for the fucking writers and shit.
Be pretty nice.
Be pretty nice.
They could do like the whole split plot line that they wanted to do. Man, they really wanted to be
Man,
Fallout
they really
so
wanted
bad.
to be Fallout so bad. All right.
I cut you off. I'm sorry. I ended on Fallout so bad. All right.
Live editing.
You people here. Bree, you can't vote. Because I already know what your vote is. So you can't vote again. But everybody else, you get to vote. This is a very important vote. This is an important vote to decide what the extra long, super special 200th episode will be. Yes, and you already voted. Now, this is only because people have already been voting on social media. So you are contributing these votes to that vote. Right now, it is a 50-50 tie. I will include all 3 options because no one has DM'd me any others. The first one is 50 Shades Darker, which, if you don't know, is the sequel to 50 Shades of Grey that he did for the 100th episode. The next one that you get is a selection of some of the best and or cringiest episodes of Glee. Mind you, there are 6 seasons, and I will make him watch like max 4 episodes, okay? So like that'll take some time and watering down of its own. And then with zero context, Sex and the City, the movie. These are your choices. We're going to take a break. I have literally, not joking, been recording podcasts all day long. So I'm going to go get some more water. And we will be back in our usual 5 minutes. And we're going to pray that my voice holds out. Because it was gone for like last week because I've been sick. So we're going to pray that it holds out for the next chunk of the the next episode. All right. BRB. This is not very helpful, guys. Okay, so 3 votes. I guess, okay, by the slimmest of margins. Oops, my bad. That would put 50 Shades in the lead by 1 so far. There is still time for this vote, like, on socials and stuff. But so far, it looks like you're watching 50 Shades Darker. By, like, 1 vote. And because, like I said, it's cumulative, so it's you guys plus the internet. Not that you guys aren't on the internet, but, like, the social medias that follow us. So it's by 1 more vote. Because that would mean Sex and the City has some. Yeah, by 1 vote. So. You really miss your points, don't you? Your nuggets of friendship. I may have put too much lemon in my water. I may have put a smidgen too much lemon in my water. I wish YouTube did something similar. I would gift you all your nuggets of friendship back. I would make sure to be fair and redeem you. He watched every stream, and you rack up points quick. You used to be able to buy fun things too, like you could give Aries a treat. You can make James do a shot. You can make James do push-ups. I'm sure there were things for me on there too, but Twitch. Why you gotta go all bad? Alright, you ready, James? Clearly not. We also had custom emotes. I just gotten some done too. I just paid someone for new ones. We switched over. We never got to use my big dick Ezio emote. Or Sleepy America, my Sleepy America emote. Back when America used to fall asleep on stream every night. That was before we had a baby.
You were always appetizing, as it turns out.
Had a salty James one.
Back when we'd play games that made me mad on purpose because you thought it was good content.
Speaking of playing games that make people mad.
Welcome to hell!
Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 comes out this week, so we will be doing gaming briefly on this channel. Hey, sir. Aries. Buddy. We need to record. Can you not chew on the loudest bone that you own?
That's a pretty good one.
You ready, James?
I've thought about how I'd do it too.
James. Come back to us. Come back to us.
Moana.
Moana. Make way.
No. We can't have anything that good in here.
I used to sing that song to our son when he was born.
All right.
You sure?
Let me get my notes up.
You with us? You present? You good? Aries! Cayete.
He doesn't know what that means. Kick his ass out.
Look at how sad you look. Just take the bone.
I'm not doing it. You gotta do it.
Why do I always have to be the bad guy?
You're the one yelling at him.
Now he thinks I'm gonna give him attention.
Sit down. You can have the bone in 35 to 40 minutes.
Okay, ready?
Yeah,
Ready?
yeah, right.
Ready?
Not if you keep doing that shit.
What is this? Users will experience buffering.
Not receiving enough video.
Is it high? Hang on. Tech issues. Oh.
Do that.
It's always too hot. You probably can't edit this stuff while you're live.
No, but it's set to be outputting it much higher.
Hey, you turned the fan on and the warning went away. I think it was just too hot. It's always too fucking hot.
Really?
All right. Cool. Now that that's over, you ready? Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I called that Moana was going to die.
Which time? Because technically she dies twice.
She only dies once.
She gets struck by lightning.
Yeah, and then she just wakes up and it's fine.
She does.
I called she was going to die when her sister was really sad and crying that she was going to leave again. I wrote it down. I wrote a note. I was like, Moana ain't making it back. You can't have sad sister tears and not have her die. She's got to die. It's the rules.
Her and Elsa. Also, Elsa dies, and I will hear no other argument. 3, 2. Welcome to CityWavesCinema. I'm America. That's James. We watched Moana 2. This is episode 2, part 2. For those of you that only tune into the second episode for reasons. Yeah. James is eepy, apparently.
Yeah.
You were supposed to get revitalized on our break. Come in fresh.
You made me carry all that heavy shit.
I've been recording podcasts all day.
You cracked the whip and said, put that shit in my car, bitch.
My voice on a time limit. We gotta go.
Well, don't worry. I'll do all the work. Thank you for your lovely intro. That was far too fast. Just hit like a freight train in the middle of the night.
Sorry, would you rather me give you 6 seconds of silence?
It's 4, by the way. And yes, because that feels right to me in my soul and heart. Now.
Yes, you're the primary listener of our podcast. I cater only to you, James.
We're on an island where Moana is sad. And Maui is like, oh, man.
Buck up.
I'm so good at this. Okay. Catch you up briefly. Moana gang shipwrecked after fight with sea monsters on this like sandbar island type thing. The gang is like freaking out. Moni almost died. Maui saved him. Moana like panics and has a little breakdown. And Maui goes, "No, it's gonna be fine." And then she's like, "Okay."
They sing a song about it.
They sing a song about their feelings. That's important. Maui makes a butt dial joke.
Kind of like he made a Twitter joke in the last one.
Which is funny because he also follows it up by the self-indulgent line of, that'll be really funny in 2,000 years. And then
Maui just wants to be the genie.
Maui makes another joke that Moana's a princess, and she goes, "No, I'm not." And he goes, "A lot of people think you are." Ha 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 ha.
Meta jokes are
Uh,
always funny.
Meta jokes are funny when Deadpool does them and no other times.
Genie, Aladdin.
Deadpool.
Genie, Aladdin.
Deadpool.
Why can both not be good?
Because there's not really that many meta jokes that the genie makes, and Deadpool makes all the meta jokes. Anyways.
No, James is yawning again.
I'm so tired of this movie.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Yeah. So Moana is encouraged by Maui. And then they decide that they're going to make a plan. And the plan is going to be that Maui is going to lift the island so that Moana can touch it
Because if Moana touches it, everything will be fixed. Because they explained that.
at some point. First of all, you're an all-powerful evil god. Why would you make your island curse reversible by a person merely touching it?
Poke.
Bad. Dumb, very bad. Poorly written. Maybe ChatGPT had something to do with this.
No, ChatGPT wrote Stranger Things instead.
Maybe. So the crew repairs the raft. Then they run into a storm. Maui attacks like 6 tornadoes and destroys them. And then 6 more tornadoes show up. And he's like, oh, fucking, really? So.
Doesn't it? Don't the. Carry on.
Well, but then, because then he's got to come back and he's got to be like, there's got to be another way. We got to do something different. And Lodo goes, I know. We're going to destroy the canoe. And we're going to reset the sail to be a parasailing type device so that the tornado winds will help us go super fast. And they realize after like 4 seconds that Nalo's tornadoes are attacking the boat specifically and they're ignoring Maui. So the plan is changed to where Maui will aggressively go to try to raise the island, and the gang will try to outrun the storms as long as possible. And then when they see that Maui's got the island up, they will haul ass to the island, touch it, blah, 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 blah. So they make it work. Maui starts lifting Motofetu with his hook. And then Nalo says, nice try. And strips Maui of his demigod powers through lightning.
Because he apparently has the ability to do that.
So I thought that was cool. Because nothing else in the movie has ever had stakes, and that had stakes. And I was like, oh shit, that's cool as hell. It was not explained though, so that's bad. Then because Maui doesn't have demigod powers anymore, he can't lift up the island anymore. And so Moana goes, fuck it, we ball. And also, fuck it, I'll do it myself. And free dives down like 1,000 meters. And Nalo realizes she's done this through witchcraft. So he launches a lightning bolt directly into the sea. Only instead of impacting the sea and spreading out all its energies, because it's magic, it pierces the sea and chases down Moana's ankle until she tippy taps the very top of the mountain top on top of the fucking island. Whereupon a big, the movie Booms, where it just like a pulse emanates from a space and it goes, and then everything becomes fine afterwards. The movie does that. It's like the sky beam, but it's the woof. Lightning hits Moana.
For the second time.
She's dead for sure. The gang rescues Maui from the ocean. He realizes Moana's down there. Maui free dives down 1,000 meters. And then through witchcraft,
Through the power of friendship and ancestors.
a air bubble is delivered to the top of this mountain so that Maui can do a chant and contact the spirits of Tautai Vasa and all of Moana's ancestors so they can all show up and do a little fun spiral. And
again, very Avatar.
They can transfer all their ancestor powers into her so that she can A, come back to life, and B, get a tattoo without a needle.
She's a god now.
This
She's a demigod.
marks her as a demigod. This also, by proxy, gives Maui back his powers as a demigod. This will not be explained.
He was selfless. I guess. I don't know.
Then he gets his little hook and he yeets himself out of the water and he lashes a rope to a cloud for leverage and he hauls Motufetu out of the water and it becomes the island it's supposed to be. And so the gang hangs out on Motufetu for 45 seconds and then all of a sudden, motherfuckers with conch shell horns, conch shell horns, just start arriving randomly from all different directions. And they all just sort of look at each other for a little bit. And then they go back to Motunui. Moana leads a massive flotilla of canoes and barges and shit of all the many different people who showed up to Motufetu. And there's a big celebration for Moana because she dang done did it. And that's the end of the movie.
Almost.
And then there's a mid-credits scene where we see Nalo on a throne in the clouds like Thanos. I'm just trying to provide context for the Thanos bit. Where he is like, boo hiss, I'm mad. I was thwarted. Matangi, you helped them. And she went, no, I didn't. And he went, yes, you did. Lightning handcuffs. And she goes, no, the curse is lifted. I'm free. And he goes, I don't care about the rules. And then Tamatoa shows up and he's like, anybody want a cha-cha? And then the movie ends. Huh? What? Do you have answers for me?
No.
Okay.
This is all the context that was given to me and to you.
Great. Now, this movie has all the bones to be such a good TV show. It's got characters who have the basis to be so interesting and have deep, meaningful connections to other characters and be able to tell stories in ways that are relatable and interesting. But we don't do any of that. And Maui has shown some character growth, but we don't explore any of that. And Moana has shifted priorities, but we don't explore any of that. And there's all these new people all over the place, but we don't explore any of that. And it super feels like they had this whole TV show like spaced out and timed out, and they were like, this is gonna be awesome. Because at the end of the TV show, the season finale, they are able to raise Motufetu and reconnect the people of the ocean, and they're all able to basically interconnect and save their many tribes from extinction, right?
And Moana's a demigod.
Great. That's such a good ending to a TV show based in that world. Like, that's such good writing. Okay? Like, it needs to be stressed. This movie is such a good TV show that it's a terrible movie. I would have loved to learn more about Kayleigh and why he's mad at everything all the time. At the end of the movie, as a bit, he's talking to Kotu. You remember the little Kakamora we talked about before? And he just announces to everyone, I now speak Kakamora. And no one questions it. Like, bits like that you can have be meaningful and interesting instead of just gags for laughs if you have them mentioned or seen over the course of 2 to 3 episodes of a television show. But here's the problem. Disney will never learn their lesson. Because all you motherfuckers with kids, I am a motherfucker with a kid, who desperately need 2.5 hours where they're not begging you for shit, bought tickets to Moana 2. And Moana 2 made $1.05 billion at the box office.
On a budget of $150 million.
They made so much fucking money off of this mediocre ass movie. Way more than they would have made if it was a TV show. Because where would it have aired? Their own streaming service. How much more money would they have made? They wouldn't have cleared budget. That's the thing with streaming services. Your revenue is the streaming service sale.
Now ads.
Amazon does ads, and for that, I wish them to hell.
Netflix does ads. Hulu does ads.
Banish them all. Fire them all into the sun. Melt the CEOs. Except for the new Disney CEO. He seems cool.
We like him. So far.
He had some cool announcements and shit. Anyways. This is a classic issue of we sacrificed storytelling magnificence. Storytelling prowess. Like getting back to the golden age of Disney doing killer television shows. We sacrificed that for box office money. You could have had such a good TV show to the point where it could have been watched enough that you're like, oh, we should do another season. And instead, some executive somewhere said, we're not greenlighting a TV show anymore. It sat in development hell for too long, but we'll do a movie. And they were like, well, instead of coming up with something else for Moana to do, instead of doing a different story for a movie that's better paced for a movie,
we're just gonna smush it up.
We're going to lop off all the excess.
Smush, cram it in.
And make this body fit this box. And it doesn't. It's a butchering of a terrific story idea. Do you understand that we do not see or interact with the main antagonist of this movie for more than 30 seconds, and he's in the end credits scene? That's his scene. Nalo is the bad guy. We don't know why. We don't know how. We defeat him by beating his curse. He doesn't even show up. Where's the glory? Where's the storytelling? Who is this guy? What's his beef? Maui has beef with him. They talk about it briefly. So briefly that we don't know what the beef is. We just know they have beef. And Maui wants to take care of business, whatever that means. You have this mystery villain who you could play out for 1 to 4 seasons of television. At 4, he gets a little played out. But like, he has unknown, unchecked power. He is a full-fledged god. And you have to compare to the stakes of you had to save the entire world the last movie. This was doomed from the start to be so shit. It's a miracle it wasn't worse. Through the cutting and the elimination of Lin-Manuel and the just pure lack of depth to anything. I'll give them this. There were less stupid bits in this movie than
They
I
didn't have
anticipated.
time.
All right, yell about it a little bit, why don't you?
Well,
You're not wrong though. They didn't have time to do any fucking bits. So what did you get? You got the fart monster. You got Kakamura communication like sped up and shit. Like, we don't encounter any resistance that's new or unique. We don't dive into the depth of any character. Matangi is a faux villain turned prisoner, kept prisoner. Like, there's endless strings hanging off of this plot that should have buoyed it with balloons of plot answers. And instead, they just dangle limp because they had to cut them all off. Like, I want this movie to be so good because I can see the bones of it. I can see where the good ideas were. But because I can see where the good ideas were, I can plot them out. And it's going to take several episodes of television, several episodes of dialogue, several episodes of emotional growth for any of these plot lines to pay off in a way that's meaningful to the audience. So what do you have instead? Half-baked $1 billion. Oh, whatever will we, Disney, do? We'll have to simply make a third, even if it doesn't make $1 billion. If it makes $700 million, it'll be worth it. We'll only spend $180 million. We'll up our budget and bring Lin-Manuel back, please. We'll up our budget and make it a little bit more spicy and fun, and we'll do some more bits about the future that Maui can say, ha ha ha. Like, where's the heart and soul? Where's anything? What good is any of it? It's a soulless, heartless bastard of a TV series. Crushed into 2.5 hours with some funny haha bits for your kids.
I think my big issue is that Disney looked at DreamWorks and the Minions specifically and went, oh, well, we can do that. We can just push out and write out a bunch of literal crap. And
What if fart jokes were a script?
Make a bunch of money off of it, because kids are dumb. They don't know the difference. They see pretty character they like. They see funny ha-has. Farts are funny. And we'll just do that. That's so much easier. Why have we been doing it the hard way for all these years? And that's where we're at. Like, I feel like they literally looked at DreamWorks and were like, well, that seems a lot easier than what we've been doing. And we were barely working to begin with. So, like, yeah. It was not good. It was not good. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I think, and I loved the first Moana. And you had such a killer song, and you have such good talent. Like, despite her time in Mean Girls,
Miss Cravalho
can sing. She can really, really sing. And Dwayne's there. He's funny. He can't sing, but he's funny. And
if there's one thing he can do, it's goddamn perform.
You have this huge talent, and you had Lin-Manuel wherever he went. And you just,
even these songs, like none of the songs are bad.
They're just
not good.
That's the whole thing about this movie.
None of it's bad. All of it's not good.
Yeah.
Like there's none of this movie where you look at it and you go, "Oh, that's poor. Oh, that's not good." But you look at it and you go, "Oh, I see what you were going for." And you just didn't do it.
Which is almost in some ways worse.
Yes, but it's if we didn't have the context of knowing this was supposed to be a TV series, this movie is straight garbage.
Yes.
Like that context is so crucial to understanding that this movie's actually not as bad as it is made out to be. Like, if you take everything as a TV series plot lines, or if you take them all and go, okay, how would this layer over 10 episodes? You go, oh, there's plenty of time to explore everything, and that's great, and we can do a lot with that. But if you take everything and you just go, wow, they just tried to do a million things in 2.5 hours and didn't do any of them. It's like, yeah, you didn't even like make one thing happen the whole way through.
Now listen, James. You can be given a bunch of episodes that are like 2 hours each and still not string together a coherent enough plot. It's been done. Twice.
What if the main villain that we teased for 9 years straight died in 4.5 seconds in the dark?
But we were talking about 2 different TV shows.
What were you talking about?
I was talking about Stranger Things.
Oh, I was talking about Game of Thrones.
I did say it happened twice, though, so that's both times.
There you go. There you have it.
So, like, yeah.
We watched HBO fumble it. We watched Netflix fumble it. This would be Disney fumbling it. Except,
but they didn't even give themselves a chance.
They didn't even try. They literally saw DreamWorks and then they saw the other guys and they were like, oh, what if we fucking handcuff ourselves in the TV show? Maybe we should eject and make a movie instead. And then they got $1 billion. And they were like, thank God we didn't kill ourselves with a TV show that we fucked up. Can you imagine? They look at this as a huge victory.
Plots are hard. Plots are hard, guys.
Imagine writing an ending that wasn't shit. Holy shit.
Trying to keep track of so many plots for 10 years.
You know what's so nice about Moana 2? Most of it's during the day, so it's bright. Even when it's dark, there's lots of light sources.
Hey, we did the final boss battle in bright-ass fucking all daytime in Stranger Things, and it was over in like 2 minutes. So, spoilers. Sorry. It's just been a lot of trash lately, guys.
Several things have really, really ruined modern Hollywood and the experience of film. One of them is TikTok and reels and shorts and the ever shrinking attention span of the majority of the population. People can't just sit and watch a movie for 2.5 hours anymore. They cannot do it. Yes?
I would fight that. I think if it's good enough, they will, and they will do it in mass, i.e. the Batman. And also, for some reason, those Avatar movies, which we also have to watch, they seem to be doing really well. So, like, I fight back on that, because I hear people say that, but also, like...
It's a memo mandate from studios. Not big, like, actual film studios, but all these streaming services that are studios. Netflix will not let you make a movie that people can sit through. And neither will HBO. And neither will Hulu. Disney's going to go next. in which any movie you make that is for the streaming service has to follow the guidelines that Netflix oopsie accidentally talked about out loud, which is you cannot have deep plots because people are on their phones.
Yep, you gotta have second screen.
You have to repeat what the characters are doing every couple of minutes because people are sitting at home jerking off, fucking shopping online, doing whatever the fuck, playing games on their phone, and not watching the movie. I think it's a little bit different when it comes to something you're making for a theater experience. But even then, theaters are dying. Sony is trying its damnedest to kill off Alamo Drafthouse. Cinemark is not making as much money as it wants to be. Movie theater chains got crushed in the pandemic, and they have yet to recover to a mass profitable place. They've recovered to an extent, but we were bitching the other day when we went to see Iron Lung at Alamo. They've got, yeah, it's a little different than what they were talking about online, but they're moving towards encouraging guests in the theater to use their phone for ordering purposes instead of using order cards and flagging down waitstaff. It is a cost-cutting maneuver that Sony, who owns Alamo, I think that's true. Is that true?
I don't know.
Someone big purchased Alamo, and I'm 98% sure it was Sony. And it happened during the pandemic. It was like a fucking bailout, practically. They almost had to close down.
You're right. It's
Sony. This is a cost-cutting measure that will kneecap theaters. And what happens when we kneecap theaters? Well, then we can't show movies in them. And so we can't make movies for them. So we have to make movies for where people will see them because we're not going to stop making movies, but we're going to have to distribute them through streaming services. So everyone can just go to the movies in their home. Okay? Well, there's mandates already in place with these studios about how your movie needs to be. There's rules. Or they won't pick you up. If you're an independent studio, like Blumhouse or some shit, and you want your movie to debut on that streaming service, they're not going to fucking buy it from you unless it fits their framework. This is all predictive. This isn't happening this second. Well, it's happening, but this is the way I framed it is when movie theaters are dead, assuming they die, and the only place movies get viewed is in the home, we will be served slop constantly. Storytelling will have to find a new medium because we did 100 years of movies and people in dire need of socialization and less money kneecapped art as hard as they could because they were bad at making it.
I think to be a glimmer of hope in this darkness that James has brought down, there are people that are fighting the good fight. And the best way to fight back against Hollywood is to support those people that are literally fighting.
Go to the goddamn theater.
Against everything that Hollywood is trying to do. Go to the theater. And even more so, go to the theater and support indie filmmakers. Go fucking watch Iron Lung. Wherever Mark,
if you can ever find it.
Wherever Mark puts it out, go watch it. Like, he and I've been privy to a lot of what he's gone through and how many fights he's had to fight and how many people have literally been trying to shut the door on him this entire time because of Hollywood, and a lot of the things that James is saying are already happening. And he fought tooth and nail. He self-funded this movie and distributed it himself because nobody would fucking touch it because of stupid red tape and this is the way we've always done it and blah blah blah. They're killing themselves They are killing themselves. And there were many times during the filming of Iron Lung where people were like, well, we can't do it that way because that's not the way things are done. And Mark's like, but this way's easier, more efficient, and better. And they were like, yeah, but that's not how it's done. And he's like, okay, cool, but that's how I'm going to do it. So go support those people. Go support the people that are out there fighting the good fight. Go support the artists, not the corporations. Go do good. Go be better. Be the change. Because if we don't, then we're heading down a dark, deep AI fucking generated slop.
By the way, in case you happen to live in Colorado, the Cinemark on Carefree Circle has Iron Lung showings all week.
So there you go. Go see Iron Lung. If you do nothing else, if you take nothing else away from this, not sponsored. Mark didn't pay us to say this.
God, I wish.
Go see Iron Lung because it is the change that we want to see in Hollywood.
Iron Lung, Dracula, Send Hope.
Yep.
They're all out.
Yeah.
So Moana 2 is pretty bad, but it could have been really good.
This is the 198th episode of this podcast. If you don't follow us on social media, you're not privy to the fact that we are coming up on our 199th and then 200th episode, which if you weren't here previously is a really big deal. We make a big deal out of the 100th markers. It starts a new season, quote unquote, of the podcast, a new era. So we'll be wrapping up and reviewing every single movie that we've seen previously in a very special episode. It'll be a tier list episode where we will rank and mark down all the movies. I'm unsure if we're going to put them all on the same tier list that we already have or if we'll start a new one because that's a lot of movies. So we'll see what that looks like. James and I will have to discuss it. And then after that will be the 200th extra long episode where we will be filming an extra special torturous movie that has been voted on over several weeks and several social media platforms. So go follow us. We're on Instagram and I think that's it right now. Yeah, I think we're just on Instagram right now and YouTube.
Yep.
So go vote, go find us, go follow. Oh, we are on TikTok, but I haven't posted on there in quite some time, so my apologies. We will be doing that here shortly. It will be scheduled, it will be planned. So tell your friends, tell your friendly neighborhood hobo, find anyone and everyone, and we'll end this season off right. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we got off X a while ago. We were on there. And then it turned into a shitty social media platform and I don't get on there anymore. And if we're being honest, James doesn't run the social medias. I do.
Tragically.
So
I shit post too much.
if I'm not on it, it doesn't get done. I think I may have a blue sky for us, but I don't know. Listen, I haven't used X in... When did we get this YouTube? I don't think I've used X since the rebrand, since we changed from CityWaves Gaming to CityWaves Entertainment.
Over a year ago.
It's been longer than a year, James.
So I said over a year ago.
It's been like 2 years.
We agree. It's been over a year.
It's been...
We are saying the same thing and you're mad about it.
Well, the way you say it, it's been like, oh, like a year and a month, but it's been like 3. We did the first tier list on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you realize how long ago that was?
100 episodes ago.
Oh my god. But yeah, we're on Instagram and TikTok for what it's worth, and YouTube. So there have been several children born. Yeah, okay, so we'll be around. I'll let you guys know, we'll let you guys all know when the tier list episode is scheduled, but until then, I'll be kicking around. James will be hanging out. Playing Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, because, well, we've done all the other ones. Might as well fucking finish it. And I think actually three of the Poppy chapters have been on YouTube. Because it was Catnap, and then whatever the fucking last one was. And then the new one. Yeah. Yeah. Yarnaby. That was what it was. And the doctor. That was, yeah. Okay. Harley Sawyer. I was like, what was the last chapter? Who the fuck even knows? There's too many indie horror lore stuff in my brain. I haven't even seen the new FNAF movie, guys. Don't talk about it. I'm behind. I'm so. We're also gonna be once we get we have it on the docket, but we didn't want to encroach on the last episodes before the tier list. But we're gonna do the Has Been season 2. We're probably gonna talk about. By that point, we'll hopefully have watched out Fallout season 2. I don't think there's any other TV shows that we've watched that we're gonna talk about. Because James never watched Stranger Things, so. Okay, here's the thing about the FNAF. Oh, we're gonna get on my soapbox. It's not for you then. And I mean that in the most loving way. If you're going to the FNAF movies and you know nothing of the games, the movies are not for you.
They're actually quite bad if you don't know anything, which is difficult, but those movies exist purely as fan service.
Uh-huh. There's so much lore and so much things that happen in them, and they clear up so much lore from a bunch of shit that you don't know about.
The first one did a pretty good job as an entry for people into the series, but I get the idea, having not seen the second one, that if you watch the first one and you're like intrigued and you want to watch the second one, what you ought to do is go find the Game Theory YouTube channel and watch all of the big timeline videos.
Or just watch the last timeline
or the
video.
last big timeline video
and then
about Five Nights at Freddy's. And then you go watch the second movie, because I'd be willing to bet there's a lot that makes more sense in that regard. Now, if it's just poorly acted and poorly written, which it has great potential to be.
But not from what I've heard from the FNAF community. I've heard
saying it's good?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, it's, I think they went ahead and marketed it like it wasn't a fan service thing, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, a lot of what she's saying. Yeah, okay. It feels like there's plot holes because there's like 10 years worth of fucking lore that you have to know to go enjoy it. That's the issue with the second one. You're right. The first one, you could just go enjoy it and not know anything.
Yeah.
The second one, it's like you have to have like an encyclopedia index of fucking lore in your brain to
I
like.
was worried that was going to happen with this franchise.
That's okay. It's like it's a double-edged sword there, because if you don't do that, then all the FNAF people are gonna be bored and annoyed and be like, "What are we fucking doing?" And then it's just gonna be more. Well, no, it's not gonna be more of that. It just won't hit as well. Whereas the general population will be like, "Oh yeah, it's a good horror movie, mascot horror, yay!" But you're gonna lose a lot of your core base if you don't make it fucking 15 layers deep that we've got to use several books that no one's read and 2 different games to piece through. Like, you can hear my voice going as we talk, but there's one thing in this world that I have way too much fucking knowledge about for no good goddamn reason, because I've played one game, and I didn't even play it. You played it. And that is Five Nights at Freddy's. I know so fucking much about that stupid franchise. I love it. Yeah, no, shoot me your questions. Or go watch Game Theory, because what you're gonna do is shoot me your questions and I'm gonna go watch a Game Theory. But yeah, no. Game Theory, Film Theory will help you. Shout out all the theorist channels. And then since MatPat's gone, if you really care, Daco and FUNAF, FUHNAFF, are your resident Five Nights at Freddy's people. If you're just here for the memes of it all, Markiplier exists and the movies exist. So there you go. All right, I have to stop talking.
Your voice is gonna go.
Because I've literally been recording all day. Love y'all. Good night.